Have you ever felt like your mind is always racing, thinking about what might go wrong tomorrow, or what went wrong yesterday? What if the secret to peace wasn't in planning the future? On a soft, quiet morning, when the sky was still a little grey and birds were just starting to sing, a man named Daniel walked up a small hill toward an old temple. He wore a fancy suit and carried a heavy-looking briefcase. But even though he looked important, his face was tired, and his eyes kept looking at his watch like he was running out of time. Daniel had a lot of money, a big house, and a very busy job. But lately, he couldn't sleep. His mind kept spinning with thoughts like, what if my big meeting next week goes wrong? What if I lose everything? What if I'm not good enough? He felt like he was carrying a heavy backpack full of worries, and he couldn't take it off. He'd heard about a kind monk who lived in this quiet temple on the mountain. People said the monk didn't own much, just a few robes, a small bowl, and a mat to sit on. But he always seemed calm, like nothing could shake him. So Daniel drove for hours just to ask him one question. How do you stop worrying so much? When he reached the temple, it was simple and peaceful. No loud noises, no phones ringing, and just the sound of wind in the trees and distant water flowing. An old monk with gentle eyes came to the door. He didn't say much, just smiled and motioned for Daniel to come in and sit. They sat on the floor near a window that looked out into a little garden. A flower petal floated down and landed on the wooden porch. After a quiet moment, Daniel said, I can't stop thinking about what might go wrong next week. My whole future feels like it's on the line. The monk nodded slowly. So your body is here, he said kindly, but your mind is already in next week, somewhere that hasn't happened yet. Daniel looked surprised. Is that bad? Not bad, the monk said. But when your mind lives in the future, you miss your life right now. And right now is the only time you truly have. Then the monk reached for a small bowl filled with smooth, round stones. He handed one to Daniel. Hold this, he said. Close your eyes. Just feel the stone. Is it warm or cool? Heavy or light? Rough or smooth? Daniel closed his eyes and held the stone. At first, his mind jumped back to his worries. Did I send that email? What if the client says no? But he tried again. He focused only on the stone in his hand. Slowly, his breathing got calmer. His shoulders relaxed. For a few seconds, he wasn't thinking about tomorrow. He was just here. When he opened his eyes, the monk smiled. That feeling? That's being in the present. That's where peace lives. Later, the monk made tea. He poured it slowly into 2 little cups and said, Drink it like you really want to taste it. Not fast, not while looking at your phone. Just drink. Daniel took a sip. He noticed it was warm, a little bitter, and smelled like leaves after rain. He realized he hadn't really tasted anything in a long time. He always ate while working or walking. They spent the whole day like that, sitting, walking in the garden, watching clouds move across the sky. The monk showed Daniel how to rake the sand in patterns, not to make it perfect, but just to feel the rake in his hands and hear the soft sound it made. At one point, Daniel saw a butterfly land on a flower. He watched it for a full minute, how its wings opened and closed, how it didn't seem to rush anywhere. It doesn't worry about tomorrow, does it? Daniel asked. The monk chuckled softly. No, it just lives. That's all it knows how to do. As the sun began to set, painting the sky pink and orange, Daniel sat with the monk on the porch again. I used to think I had to get everything right so I could finally relax, he said. But now I see. I've been waiting for a future that never comes. Exactly, said the monk. You don't have to wait to be happy. You don't have to fix everything first. You can be calm right now, even with problems still there. The next morning, Daniel got ready to leave. He hugged the monk, which felt strange at first, but also good. As he walked down the path, he didn't check his watch once. He stopped to listen to a stream. He felt the sun on his face. He even smiled. Back in the city, his phone started ringing the moment he turned it on. His assistant sounded nervous. "Mr. Daniel, there's a problem with the deal. We need you right away." Before, his heart would have started racing. But this time, he took a slow breath, like the monk taught him, and said, "It's okay. I'll be there soon. We'll figure it out together." And he meant it, not because he knew everything would work out, but because he knew he could handle it, one moment at a time. Because here's the simple truth. Tomorrow hasn't happened yet. Yesterday is already gone. But right now, this breath, this step, this quiet moment is real. And if you pay attention to it, you'll find that peace isn't far away. It's right here, in the present, waiting for you to notice it. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to fix everything. You just need to be here, and that's enough.